When I tell you, the things that happen behind the scenes are insane. There's people saying things that sound very misconstrued in general. But anyway, the point is, I'm back! After a whole week of being so sick, couldn't come. But the honest to you guys, I was in bed all of the whole of last week, to be all the way honest. Didn't leave bed. All I did was wake up, eat, go back to bed.
Yeah.
That was my whole schedule. And it was crazy, and none of you came to see me, and I only got one call, and I'm still vexed.
What?
But you know what?
What?
It is what it is. My name is Kathomi. Welcome to the show. And in addition to my woes, I'm going to tell you a quick story. And this is a point on subscriptions. Okay. So, was it on, let me actually check the day. On Sunday morning, I was calling my bank very early because at 3:46, I got a notification. You have been debited. Your account has been debited with 8,945.42 cents. I'm like, where is my money going?
Yeah.
Who is stealing my money? What's going on? At 3 a.m., someone is stealing from me. So I called the bank very early in the morning. I'm like, I see a debit to my account, and I don't understand where it's coming from. What's going on? Is someone stealing my money? Who's been, I'm calling, I'm just complaining. And then the guys are like, okay, sorry, let me check your records. You know what? I had made a subscription to one of these fitness apps, yeah? And the subscription at that point was, I think, about 1,000 and something. But let's go, maximum was 2K, right? Last year in July. So apparently it was renewed this year, the same day in July.
So it's for a whole year.
For a whole year. But the first time I paid how much, Ayuma? 2K thereabout. And now I'm paying almost 4 times that amount. Do you know, ever go to your phone and check all the things that you subscribed for before you get shocked and lose money like this? I was so sad because when you see your money, it's such an exciting thing. Hey, you just got paid, money's checked in, and then
But in the end, did that money for real go?
the money's gone. If I have to take it back, I have to just write an email to Visa.
Have you been doing the workout thing?
I've never used it. I haven't used that app in a year, exactly a year. It's like the day I got it, I stopped using it.
Yeah.
So that's what happened in my life. I had a cold and I lost money. Welcome to the club.
Let me tell you guys, at least her, she's getting calls of active, money is being taken away. Things are bad. In this corona times of ours, when the bank calls you to tell you how you are the perfect candidate for a loan. We're looking at your money. We're seeing the way those 2 peanuts that you have over there. Let us help you out with some more money. Don't worry, our rates are very, very good. We can take care of you. Ask for a loan, business loan, executive loan, all types of loans we have it. You just come through. Let me tell you, don't fall trap into that. If you don't need the money, don't take it. Let me tell you, there was a time, I think I've told this story 1,000,001 times, where I took loans of 50,000, just 50,000. 50,000, my first job of 10,000, I took a loan of 50,000 shillings. And I spent a year trying to pay back that loan, and I told myself, never again. Am I buying a house? No. Am I buying a car? No. There's no other reason to take a loan. Do I have children and school fees? No, I do not. I'm just sitting over here by myself. By the way, we'll just drink water. It's okay. And that's all there is to it. Don't let anybody pressure you into being anybody else that you're not supposed to be. Make sure you go ahead and interact with us on our WhatsApp number, 0770-729-366, and you can still hit us up on our WhatsApp. No, that was our WhatsApp number. You can still hit us up on our social media. Ebru TV Kenya everywhere except for Facebook, which is Ebru TV KE. We want to hear about you. What have you been up to? This is our version of Monday. Even though it is Wellness Wednesday, we're going to be talking about some deeper issues that I know Lily is going to touch on in a little bit, but we definitely want to hear from you. Just know, how have you been? How are you doing? But for now, it's your girl, Ayuma Kaguli.
I am stuck on Ask the Girls. I'm telling you. Are you in a relationship where you're struggling to leave your bae? You don't even know whether you should be in that relationship or you should leave that particular person. Because we have someone who's very confused. So please help us answer this boy, our brother. Because he's very confused. The highs are like this, but the lows are all the way down. And he is in a dilemma. But you know what? It is Wellness Wednesday. We're going to talk about health issues, the things that you're supposed to do in your 20s mostly. So that when you get old and you're tired, you are better health-wise. And they really mean a lot. So that is what we're going to talk about today. But I am excited. I am happy because it's a new day, a new week, a new month, and a new me. You are not ready for this new I almost used the B word. You're not ready for this girl. But anyway, welcome to the show. My name is Lily Asigo.
Yes, and let me tell you, the stories for today are piping hot. If you ever found yourself in a relationship, you spent, I don't know, 5+ years in a relationship, and you're still struggling right now as with that person being your boyfriend or your girlfriend, please open your ears right now, unclog all the wax, and see the situation that's happening with other people and their long-term relationships. Because we have media personality Nick and Ndeda and his girlfriend Mudoni, who have now broken up after 7 years of them being couple goals over there on social media and showing us how a relationship should be and making lifelong changes to themselves because of this relationship. Now they've broken up, okay? And we're still going to be talking about them in story number 2 because Nick actually confirmed that he did get a vasectomy while in the relationship with him and Mudoni because they both decided they didn't want to have children, and now they've broken up. Now I'm talking about vasectomy. And then we have a Major who has made a shocking allegation that he was the one who wrote Utawezana featuring Femi One, but apparently it's Major featuring Major because Femi One did not write anything. Let's get right into all of those stories. So we're starting off with Nick and Mudoni and their breakup after 7 years. They actually did a whole YouTube video for us where they explained the reason why they went through their breakup. Let's check out the video and then we'll discuss.
So the video is unfortunately doing a little glitchy, but they have a whole YouTube video. It's all of what? 26 minutes?
Yeah. So basically, like where you can see that their main topic and everything, Mudoni seemed to be the one who was leading the conversation. And she said, see, after 7 years, this feels like the best decision for both of us. The plan is to grow and heal as individuals as we evaluate what we want moving forward. They also went ahead and said that this decision was not made overnight. It has been 3 months of thinking and talking to professionals, and there has also been external factors that have contributed to the decision. There are also certain people that made the decision very easy. I don't know who these certain people are, but there are certain people that made the decision very easy. I know they are watching, and they can also make phone calls and do it. And this is all Mudoni who's speaking about it. And what I gathered from the video is like she seemed very happy about the fact that they were breaking up. As you're watching the video, she was like really feeling like, you know, she's ready for the future. She's ready to see all her new projects and the things that she's going to be doing after the relationship is over. And Nick just seemed indifferent. It's like he didn't care one way or the other. If they stayed in their relationship, ni sawa too. If they broke up, ni sawa too. And he just seemed as if he was just there along for the ride and there for the video, while Mudoni was really excited. And she even went ahead to say, I'm feeling very good about this decision. It makes me very excited for whatever it is that's coming up next. Now, rumor has it that after this video came out, that Mudoni actually went ahead and tweeted saying, something about like she's back to the streets. Oh! After 7 years, this like 7-year relationship, you might as well just say that they're married. They're married without any papers and everything. They actually moved house together. They're still there trying to renovate the house and everything. And it seems like now like the platform that they've been able to build together, that is their social media, Mudoni is going to be the one who's handling it, especially their YouTube channel. The house, allegedly, it seems as if she's also keeping it because Mudoni has decided she's going to continue with the renovations. Whether Nick is there or not, she knows she's continuing with it. So it just makes me think the way the video was being presented to us, I feel like it was Mudoni who did the breaking up. Oh. Okay. Just from the way the video is being presented to us. I don't know the reason for their breaking up. They never told us the reason why they ended up breaking up and everything. But you could clearly tell there was one party that was very happy and excited about their new chapter in life, while another party was just sitting over there because they were forced to do a video because they decided that they're going to go and make the relationship a public matter on social media. And this is one of the things that scares me the most. Like, 7 years. I always say this thing, like, if you're dating somebody and you've reached year 4, year 5, and they haven't married you yet, can you just go? Why are you trying to keep yourself as a clown? There's nothing that you're doing in that relationship. Honestly, year 4, year 5, and you're still, this is my boyfriend. With so much confidence, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend, and you guys have been together in a relationship for 5 years. You have moved house. You have created businesses and are making money together, but you're still boyfriend and girlfriend. It never ends well from there. So unfortunately, I'm a bit not so shocked that after 7 years of dating that they're no longer together, but hopefully they'll be able to find happiness apart from each other.
I don't know what to say about this whole matter, but let's start from the beginning. So she says that they started dating when she was at the age of 23, according to the blog that we were reading. They started dating at the age of 23. So question number one, she has already told us how old she is. She might not like the fact that this is going to come back.
Yeah.
You know, there's that time where you were like, how old are you? Oh, I'm only 23.
I'm
and
young.
you're like, but you told us 23 years ago that you were 23 years. What are you lying about? So I think never disclose your age in general. Just don't tell people how old you are if you don't want people to come back and ask you about ages. Remember the Hamisa story? Was it Hamisa or was it Wema Sepetu?
Wema
It was Wema
Sepetu.
Sepetu who started telling us stories here and there. We're like, bro, we already know your age. Stop lying. So this is the fact of the matter. Don't tell people your age until you're ready. All right. She was 23. Fast forward to 7 years later, which means she's now 30 years old. So basically all of her 20s, the ages where you're told, go, be the streets, be for the streets, run the streets, sweep the streets, name the streets your name.
She
Stop
was
calling
locked
them
down.
streets and call them, Katomi. That she was locked down in a full-on relationship where she thought would end up in marriage. So much so that they've gotten a house together, they've gotten a business, as Ayuma has said, they have a YouTube channel together, a YouTube couple channel together. So that's where we know them. Their YouTube channel is a couple channel. And then now you're in your 30s, umefika third floor, and you're like, okay, what am I doing now? Is when you're starting to run the streets. When people are now getting children, settling down, is when now you're at the club at 11. Hi guys, where are you? I'm at Sijui. Who is coming out to party with you at 30? All right, fast forward to another very important factor here. Look, I don't generally think being in a serious relationship at the age of 20 is a good idea. And this is a testament to it. I know it didn't certainly end in tears, as we always say, itaisha in tears, or it will end in tears. It didn't necessarily end in tears, at least for Mudoni. But technically speaking, 20, all her 20s are gone. Like, all honesty, from the young 20 to the old, to all of them, you've given them to one man. They're gone. What are you going to do now? You know what I'm saying? It's just, for me, it's just that thing of don't get into a serious relationship at 20. And even so, when you're getting to like 25, and nothing has happened, there's no engagement, there's no nothing, you better start leaving. Because you don't want to spend the rest of those nice 20s with a man and nothing's happening. Either way, they seem happy. Let's wish them, power to you as you go and run the streets. I am so sad. The Ndeda part is the one that kills me, because he honestly didn't seem like he minded whatever was going on. You're like, okay, you want us to do a YouTube show or a YouTube video talking about our relationship and how it's ended. Great, let's do it. And then he stands there and he's like, okay, yeah, we did. 7 years, yes. It ended, yes. It's just, whatever, man. I'm over it. It's crazy.
What is endurance? It is the process or ability to go through a difficult situation without giving up. So everything has a cost. If you see people getting married for over 50 years, it has a cost. Probably they've forgiven each other for over 50 times or 100 times. You are there dating someone for 7 years and thinking, oh, I've seen it all. You haven't. So are you going to endure? What are you going to do in that relationship? What is it that is gluing both of you together other than just love? Because love fades. Yes, they don't want kids, both of them, but can you get a dog? Can you do something? Have that extra thing. No, have that extra thing that is going to glue you together. Mukijamiana hapo and you don't want to have a conversation, you can just talk to the dog. or have a cousin in your house, something. But hey, guys, love fades. And they're not the first people to break up. People date even for a year and break up. Others get married for over 50 years and still break up. At the end of the day, it's about you. What do you want in that relationship? Are you growing together or are you growing individually? Because right now, the lady is so excited that she wants to grow as an individual. And she even said that, Ati, if he gets distracted, it would only affect his goals and not hers. So, like, you guys, come here. You're not going to spoil and soil my brand. Ebu, sit down here. Ebu, let's have a breakup video. Tuachane vizuri. Ndo uendele kwa brand yako. As mimi, I'm jengaing my brand on this other side. This is exactly what happened. And we wish them well as individuals. But the fact that you don't want to have kids and you get someone who also doesn't want to have kids, I feel it's something nice. Like, you get what you're looking for. But at the end of the day, Sasa, you both don't want kids and you've broken up. So what are you... then what? Moving forward, what are you going to do? What are you going to look for in someone? Because love fades.
Speaking about people not wanting children. So in another story later on, because they obviously, this was information that was going on out here, right? And Nick and Ndeda decided to clarify the whole matter. So according to this blog, or according to the information that was out there, Nick, at the age of 17 years, decided that he didn't want children. And so during that period, between 17 and now, he decided to get a vasectomy. According to him, it wasn't about her. And in a post, he said, one final thing, because a lot of people are actually asking about this vasectomy. Did she do it? Did she cause you to do it? What was the situation? Because everyone assumes the woman would then influence the guy into getting the vasectomy. And according to him, says, one final thing on this matter. I didn't get a vasectomy for her. I did it for me because I also didn't want children. Any questions? Not up for debate. Any other questions? It's not up for debate or discussion. Now, he decided to get a vasectomy. In case you don't know what a vasectomy is a small procedure where a man decides to alter his belongings, yeah? It's like they snip or they tie your the duct that goes to the epidermis to prevent your seed from percolating from the epididymis and going out of the appendage into the other person and causing them to have children. Basically, your supply is cut off. That's what basically happens. Now, sorry. Nick decided to get this vasectomy. We're not actually sure whether it was a permanent one or a semi, or it's called a temporary vasectomy, because you can get one which is temporary until the point where you're ready to have children, and then you can get it reversed and you can now have your children, or you can get the permanent one where it's now completely cut off and now you're just not having children for the rest of your life. But some people have had children even with vasectomies. But that's a story for another day. I digress. So Nick Ndeda has clearly explained that he got a vasectomy at some point during his lifetime, and he didn't get it for Mudoni, he got it for himself. But that's the question. The question is it that he got it during the period when they were together? Question one. Question two, did he have an experience having children somewhere? And then the repercussions of having that child with whatever person that he had the child with, then led to him deciding, this is not my portion, this is the one child I'm having, the end. Or question three, is it really Mudoni who led him to this vasectomy? Because sometimes, really genuinely, you want a vasectomy. Or four, did he not want children with Mudoni? So much so.
Then he got a vasectomy.
I'm going to cut this. I don't want anything to do with children with you. So I'm cutting this. This is the end. We're not having children. Our relationship is just you and I forever. You know, there are very many stories that when it comes to leading up to the vasectomy itself that come in between that. That's a whole conversation in the person's head. You don't know what's going on with them. You're like, okay, let's get a vasectomy. And they're like, okay, let's get it. But you're happy at that moment. But then if you ask yourself all these four questions, where do you lie as a person? Is it you? Is it them? Is it others? I want to know. The number is 07729366.
Let me tell you, this story reminds me of the situation. Remember back when Neo and his wife were getting a divorce, yeah? And he had told his wife he doesn't want any more children. And like the good wife she was, she went ahead and got her tubes cut, not even tied.
Hers, not his.
Not him. He didn't get the vasectomy. She got hers, which is a permanent decision. For the rest of her life, she can never have children because he said he no longer wanted to have children. Fast forward, they get a divorce. Fast forward, he marries somebody else. Fast forward, they have 2-3 children afterwards. And she's there still without any children, looking on to him over there. And he's like, oh, okay. So you were able to reproduce with somebody else, but now you refuse to reproduce with me. And now I'm left in a position where I can't reproduce anymore. And I feel so that's why so many people are talking about this story, because they feel like Nick has now left Mudoni. And now he's stuck in a situation where any future relationship, he might want to have children and he's not able to have children. And this is why I always say, whatever decision you're going to make about yourself that's a long-term decision, make sure you're an adult to make it. Let me tell you, and people can have definite decisions as a child that they continue until adulthood, but at the same time, you're still a child. You're 17 years old, okay? At 17 years old, you don't even know what the world is. You don't even know what your favorite color is at that point. You can't tell me at 17 years old, you now have decided for the rest of your life you'll never have children again. You cannot tell me that. I think a decision like this has to be a decision that's made once you're an adult, and hopefully 25 and above is where I call an adult. Even sometimes me right now at 28 years old, I'm a child, okay? I'm not that much of an adult, but at least I can say 25 and above is an adult here, an adult making a decision. So I always hate when people are children making decisions that are going to affect the rest of their lives, even if it means surgery, plastic surgery for women as well. You're there 17 years old and you're getting breast implants and your breasts have not stopped developing. What are you doing? You're a man, you're 17 years old and you're there thinking about having a vasectomy. And at 30 years old, 40 years old, you want to have children. I think it's like the dumbest decision you can make. But Amesha Fanya, so what can he do? All we can do is support him.
I think so.
Who are these doctors who are just doing these procedures to underage people? Where are you? I'm looking for you. Because you see, for me, I wanted to I'm done having kids, but if they come, well, what can I do? But if I was told until I get to 40, they're not going to do it. So I don't think Nick is 40.
No.
Is he?
No.
So why are you doing this to him? If you're a doctor, they tell you, no, you need to get to that age and then you make that decision, because you just never know in between if you're going to change your mind or not. Because we do change our minds. Unasikia labor pain, you're like, this is my first and last. 6 months after that, you're back. You're having more children. So I feel like we need to make these decisions, yes, but wait until the right age. There's a reason as to why they said from a particular age, from maybe 40 or 50 years plus, because then your organs zimechoka, a lot of stuff. But if you're okay and just functioning well, I feel like you should not rush into making such decisions. Because I'm thinking, not everyone wants kids. It's fine. Not everyone wants to get married. But finding them is a task. Finding that lady who will also not want children, I'd rather maybe you just find someone who already has 5 children or 10 children, and then you just move in and continue with life. But for Nick, itakuwa ngumu. For a lady, you can just look for a man who is a divorcee or they are divorced, and then you just continue with life. But then again, I'm not a counselor, but when someone makes such a decision at a very young age, they normally have undergone a dark past. It's either they went through something and they don't want to be parents themselves, or they just had stories from friends or neighbors, just other people, and they were like, I don't think I want a parent. Or, or they had kids and then maybe it didn't go well. It's I don't know, you tell us. If you're going through such, tell us what was on your mind. If it went well, what happened afterwards. But I think it's here. It's mental if you're young. Yeah. But anyway, back to the entertainment scene. We all know Utawazana song, which was very popular. It's still very popular right now. It was sung by Femi One and Major, a collaboration. But shock on us, Major revealed that he's the one who wrote the song. He actually sang both sides of the song, like Utawazana na na na, Utawazana, Utawazana na na na, Utawazana kitambi, Utawazana. So what he did, he probably thought of having a female voice, like instead of doing both sides. So he decided to call Femi One, and she came to the studio, and boom, a hit. They made a hit. But now people have a problem with that. They were like, okay, Major, why did you have to tell us that you wrote the whole song? Some were saying Aziad is somewhere and he's very, very happy. But let's watch the video and then we'll talk more on that.
Sasa hii Utawezana, hiyo muziki yote nilikuwa nimeandika.
Okay.
Nilikuwa nayo. Nilikuwa nayo, like nilikuwa nimepatia dem na boy.
Kwa hii Femi One haijampa ugumu sana upande wa uandishi, yani kila kitu ulimaliza wewe mwenyewe.
yani Femwana alikuwa ningia kwa studio na repeat kile nimesema. Hakuna kitu alifanya.
Na hii idea ilikuwa
Hivi sasa unajua watu walikuwa wananiingilia nikisema kitambi lakini hawaelewi. Mimi mwenyewe ndo nimeandika hivyo.
umetisha mbaya mbovu mzee.
By the way, we all thought that how can someone just tell me uko na kitambi, uko na ni like, hey. But yeah, now you know he's the one who wrote the whole song. And guys were just like, Aziad, where she is, she's probably celebrating. Trying and creating a beef between Major, Femi One, and Aziad. Well, let's not allow them to create that beef. We all partner in so many things, and one song can be owned by more than 7 people. The one who made the drums, the one who made the guitar, the one who wrote the songwriter, the singer, the producer, like so many people. So this is not, it's not shocking, you know, it's not shocking. They just did a thing, it was a collaboration, and it was such a huge success. So congratulations, Major, congratulations, Femi One. Not everyone would have done the same thing that Femi One did. Ukipewa lines, unaweza imba tu vibaya. But she did a great job. Congratulations. I am happy for both of them.
What I just found hilarious was the way Major was like, alikuwa tu anakuja kwa studio, repeating the same lines over and over again. Like even him was struggling with her, like, Femi One, get it together. I wrote down these words for you. All you have to do is just write them. And she's just there coming there repeating the same words. Let me tell you, I think this is something that's weighing heavy on his heart. So. And maybe he had other influences that made that truth come out of his mouth. And I'll leave it at that point over there. But honestly, I think where credit is credit should be given where it's due. If he actually went ahead and wrote the whole entire song, let's say congratulations to him. For him to be able to write something on a female perspective and a male perspective, we should say congratulations. Femi One, she was able to bring her voice and bring her body and bring her face and bring the attitude. Congratulations to her as well. But she shouldn't be there with so much confidence to go and talk to other people saying, I'm the one who made this song, when it's like, you were just going back to the studio to repeat the same part over and over again, according to your co-writer over there.
I don't even know what to say. But honestly, that's the question. What brought upon this revelation? Because the song has hit. We've had this song. Now the song has kind of died off, right? It's at that point where other songs have come on and overtaken that song. But now the question is, why is Major feeling the need to reveal this information right now? Is there something that's happening somewhere?
Behind the scenes.
Is there something that's happening somewhere behind the scenes? Additionally, don't forget, this was one of the songs that launched Femi One into the scene, right? People didn't know about Femi One before this song. True or false? Let's be all the way honest.
False.
Okay, fine. This song pretty much plummeted her. Listen, if she was like at 100, this song then got her to like 200. You know what I mean? It brought, yes, Aziad made the song, she did the dance, and then the song became even bigger. So I feel like it's a lot of people who've contributed to the making of this song into a sensation. You know, it wasn't just one person. So it's okay. But the story there, mi nataka Major tuambie story vizuri. How and why are you revealing this information now? That's what I want to know. And if you have any speculations, the number is 0770 729 366. Hashtag is Ebru. Let's talk. Catch us on all our social media. We will be waiting for the gossip and the tea. Anyway, I think we've spoken enough about this gossip. I am already feeling like it's a lot.
Welcome back. Hey, my name is Peter from Embakasi. So I'm in this relationship with my girl. It's been 2 years now. We've broken up, but we are now together again. So 6 months since we decided to do this, things were okay when we got back together. A little bit of trust issues, but the last time we broke up, we both did a few stuff, and now we are trying to forget them and move forward. It's hard, but we have good and bad times, and they keep interchanging like that, to a point that I feel I did a mistake coming back here. Honestly, I feel like instead of building each other, we are like not doing that, but I don't want to leave, and maybe it's just a phase that will pass. What should I do? You see, when someone plays victim and they say, we both did a few stuff. Hey. Okay, so both of you did crazy stuff when you guys broke up. But when you came back together, you did not talk about those issues. Mulizi sweep under the carpet. You did not address every single issue that you guys had. And this is what happens when you do that. when you break up, it's fine. But when you come together, make sure that whatever made you guys to part ways is no longer in existence. Otherwise, you'll just keep on repeating yourself. You see, it's just ups, downs, in rotation. So sit down and have a chat, have a heart-to-heart with your girl, and talk about everything. Probably you're the one who hurt her the most. That's why you feel like, oh, vitu zenda vibaya, oh, kidogo vizuri, because she's not moved on from the heartbreak or whatever it is that you guys did when you broke up. So sit down, have a conversation, a genuine conversation, touch on every single thing, ask her, what is bugging you? What is it? What kind of explanation do you need from me? And then after that, be ready to be forgiving. So forgive one another and don't judge one another, because all you want is to work on your relationship. And yes, it can be repaired only after you have that candid conversation.
Yeah, no, it cannot be repaired. Peter from Abakasi, you need to break up with your girlfriend and continue on with your life. I am a firm believer of the reason why you broke up in the first place, especially when you're just dating, is going to be a situation that keeps on recurring in the relationship. And you already said by yourself, Ati, the good and bad times keep on coming and they keep on interchanging and coming up. So clearly you have not gotten over the fact of the first reason why you guys broke up in the first place. The fact that while you guys were broken up, people were doing their own things and out here in the streets, that's besides the point. Who cares what people were doing when they were outside of the relationship? But the original reason why you broke up in the first place is still there, and you need to break up again and just find somebody else.
Yeah, I feel like in this particular cases, as a person who's gotten back with their exes multiple times, I can tell you that there is a resolve. In all honesty, if you do have clear and open communication, then you will know the root cause of your issues. But the fact that you're afraid of talking about these issues, because it seems like that's the problem here. There's some fear of having this communication, either because one, you're guilty about what you did, or you feel like she did too much and now there's no going back. But either way, there is a fear of communication here. So just find it in your heart to have this clear communication about what it is that was the problem then, or what it is that is the problem now. If it's a recurring issue, then it's the same problem. Talk about it, address it very vigorously. And if you're able to come over this one hurdle, if you're able to move past that, clearly define what your issues are and make amends and make rectifications where it's necessary. Trust me, first of all, communication is never going to be a problem. And number two, you are going to be going into a whole new phase. If at all you can come out of it, you'll be able to go into a whole new phase, which is going to be successful. But if you can't come out of that conversation, and if you get to that conversation and it becomes tricky, then you will still be able to know what the way forward is. So just talk about it. Anyway, the number is still 0770 729 366. Do you think we've given this person the right advice? Do you think we have led them astray? Do you think Ayuma is always telling people to run back to the streets, and yet there is no streets to be run back to? As in, what are we doing in the streets? Well, why are we trying to go to the streets again? Anyway, give us your opinions. And when we come back from the little break, we're going to be having a very interesting conversation about healthy tips we wish we knew. As in, actual healthy tips. Things we wish we knew when we were in our 20s, and now we know. Those are the ones we're talking about. So let's go on a little break and come back and talk about that. Welcome back. This is still Ebru. Let's talk. You are still hanging out with the beautiful ladies, myself, Lily Asigo, and Ayuma Kaguli. And today, we are talking about something very, very particular. We are talking about things that we wish we knew, you know, when we were a little younger, or just tips that we wish someone had told us when you were at that age, when you were struggling with that struggle of yours. That's what we're talking about on Wellness Wednesday, so let's get into it. Now, obviously, you have some in mind on the number 729 366. Please let us know, what are some of these things that you wish you knew earlier on, and now you know and you're like, I should have known. I really should have known. And we're going to start with our very own beautiful group of ladies telling us what are these things that you wish you'd have known earlier on and now you know. Lily.
You know, I thought that you only gain weight when you give birth and all those things. But I wish someone told me that when I went to high school, I should have avoided this mandazis. Because I struggled with the high school weight more than I struggled with birth weight.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, like, giving birth was just okay. Nisawa tumbo is over there, the two cheeks nini, but a little bit of exercise and eating right, you're back. But the two mandazis, the high school, ooh, my goodness.
One thing that I wish somebody would have told me is like, girl, this skin that you have right now, it's not going to stay like this forever. Because I had, like, there's the teenage acne that you have, yeah? Which I had personally. And I honestly thought like it's the end of the world. Then one day I just woke up and miraculously clear skin. And I was like, oh my God, God has finally decided I am his daughter. He finally decided to acknowledge me and become one of his own. And now I have great skin. And now it just seems if I'm going to have great skin for the rest of my life. That's it. I don't have to work at it. I don't have to have a skincare routine. I don't have to wash my face in a particular way and to use which oil and which cream and which whatever. I wish I would have started my my skincare routine younger in my young adulthood, and then now I feel as if like there would be less the reversal process that we have to do. You know what I mean? Someone should have told me, just because your melanin is like this, you still need sunscreen, girl. You still need to protect yourself from the sun. Just I know, but like honestly, like me, I knew like I am dark skinned. I am beautifully dark. I have inborn sunscreen. Why do I need to go ahead and put sunscreen onto my face? Shock on me. I still need to put on sunscreen. Hey. I wish someone would have told me that before.
Oh my goodness. I think mine is stemming, again, is going to be inspired by the Nick and Ndeda story and the Mudoni story. I wish someone told me that relationships when you're young are just relationships. They're like, they're moving, you know? Be in one, enjoy being in one, and move on. Don't bring all this drama, all these insecurities, because trust me, the moment you start very young, these are the things that will continue to haunt you for the rest of your life. The kind of relationship that you're in at the very first time is going to reflect so much on every other relationship that you have in the future. So I wish someone had told me, girl, don't be too clingy. Don't be too, you know, don't have too many insecurities. And if you do, work on them when you're young. Don't get into a new relationship to try and mask that drama. You know, I wish that would have been an information, a bit of information that I knew myself. You know, you hear it, you're like, ah, you're still young. People tell you this when you're in your like 20s and 19. You were dogo too. You're still very young. This isn't going anywhere. But at that point, this is the man of your dreams. You've seen all your 10 children together. You've seen your car and everything, and like a small house where you're now building in your head. And all of that, trust me, it comes to a halt so fast, and you feel so sad and depressed. And yet, again, the next relationship isn't it either. You know what I mean? So just get rid of all that drama that you're trying to put in your head, all that stress about trying to make the relationship work out. Trust me, if it works out, it will work out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And you move on. So these are some of the things that we learned as younger kids or as young adults, and now we're trying to teach others, if not try and reinforce them within ourselves. But there are many, many others. Please send us a message of some of the ones you have on 0770 729 366. So let's get a good one happening, right? We have eating habits. Lily has told us about that one. Just start early. The earlier you do it, the better for you. We have sleep is very, very important.
That one I knew.
Try and get a schedule. Girl, I was the ones who are sleeping all of 3 hours and watching all of the series. It's like, when I was younger, honestly, I thought I would never see that series. So if I didn't watch it when it was trending, when it was happening, I would never be able to watch it. And now, every streaming site has that episode and even the ones you missed. And you're like, why did I waste so much of my time not sleeping and watching these series? You know what I mean?
I get you.
It makes no sense. Just sleep, girl. Sleep, child. Sleep, boy or man. Trust me, you can catch it at any point. When you're 50, you will still watch Friends. You know what I mean? Yeah, what about you?
Definitely the moderation. You know, as you get older, you get more things being introduced to your life. You get a little bit more of freedom. And you start thinking that you have to do everything at once. And that was me at 19 years old. Forget 18. But 18 me, I was still my mother's daughter and under her roof and being taken care of by her. And then a glorious moment happened and she had to go back to Shago. And I was there at 19 years old, free to the world. And that's when I decided I am going to try each and every single new thing in life that's out there and all at once, because now I've been given freedom. But honestly, you have the rest of your life to go ahead and try out all these different things. And some things don't even require being tried out. You can just look at them and decide, that's not for me. I don't need to do them.
And you look at other people. You can either learn from experience or you can learn from observation. Some of these things, just sit and watch.
So honestly, you have the rest of of your life to do whatever it is that you want to do. And I think that sometimes we put so much a pressure on ourselves to achieve certain things by a certain time of our time period in our lives. But honestly, you can still be the career of your dreams at 50 years old, at 60 years old, at 80 years old. Don't put all that pressure on yourself at this moment of your time right now.
Yeah, and also when you're young, your body is perfect. So take lots of pictures if you can. Take lots of videos and everything else, because you cannot cling to your past body, how it looked. Definitely when you get older, you become either faster or thinner or taller or shorter. But just, yeah, you can be shorter. Shrink. Yes, people shrink. Yeah, they do. So like enjoy your body, just appreciate the way you are while you're still young, because when you get old, it's a fact that everything is gonna change. Yes.
Another very, very important one is wearing glasses sooner. And for me, it's not even just sunglasses, it's just these glasses. I was in so much denial for so long. I was so blind. You know what I mean? I wasn't just blind in love. I was blind. I couldn't see, y'all. Anyway, so I wish someone told me that it's important for you to just get those checks early. If it's a dentist, honestly, I have never been to a dentist since I was born. I'm not lying. That's how much I avoid doctors. So basically, try and get these health checks early. If it is your teeth, if it is your eyes, and you're really straining and having those constant migraines, girl, you are not born in this world to have a headache 24/7. That's not how the body works. And if it's working that way for you, something is wrong. Go and get checked. So these health checks, making sure that you're making you're having constant visits to doctors, just to be 100% sure. If it's your gynecologist, if it is your dermatologist, if it's whoever you have to see, go see them, as long as it's not a witch doctor. All right.
I can see Cats from Limuru saying, "Ati, I wish my young self. I wish when I was young, someone told me never give a man money. I was used by a man thinking I am helping us until up till date. I don't spend money on men. I use their money to buy them gifts." It's our Cats. Okay.
There we go. And to add on to that, you need to do a job that you actually like. Because if you do a job that is strenuous, you just end up being upset, angry, and start growing old. And you're only maybe 20 years, you know? So do what you love, because it's going to encourage you. You're going to feel even like energized, and you're just happy to go to work, happy to serve, and yeah, and just appreciate life.
Yeah, and no one tells you this, but in all the way honestly, I struggle to go upstairs. Why? Because I decided I will never exercise in my life.
Yeah.
You know, I will never get my core strong enough. I will never sit like this, like a straight, like sit straight. Don't slouch. These are things that no one tells you. And trust me, once you start hitting a nice 26 like this, that back, it will start to ache. That back will ache. Those legs will hurt. Why? Because you didn't strengthen them when you were younger. So make sure you strengthen your core. Make sure you strengthen your back. Make sure you strengthen your arms. You know, no one, we call them, what do you call her? Michelle Obama arms. You know, they're so nice and strong. But you think they came like that? No, she's worked hard over the years to make sure that she doesn't have granny arms. You know what I'm saying? So all these things, start early. Don't do too much. Just do enough for your body to be able to get used to it, to gain that resilience. You know what I'm saying? And this person from Meru, Antoa, what wakwetu? V, I see V from Mary saying, "Katomi, please send me those glasses. I will tell you where I got them. Follow me on my Instagram. I will tell you so you can look like me." You know what I'm saying? And also make sure you get your eyes checked. If you have problems, please V, go to the doctor. Okay.
Yeah, and as young people, we like to party. It's okay, it's allowed, because we are young and loud and just with zero responsibility. But let's put everything in moderation. When we're drinking as friends, when we go out, like, what are we doing? Why are we over drinking until we do stuff that we regret later on in life? So I feel like we need to do things in moderation, especially drinking and partying, just everything basically, because you're young and you need to behave your age. Otherwise, you'll get married in future and now start acting as a child in that marriage.
Child, yeah. And I think someone else has really given a good example of that, because someone says that, hi, I'll tell my young me to make mistakes, trip, fall, and learn. Try different things and stick to what resonates with you. And I think that also goes into that as well. You know, this is your time right now as you're young to make all the mistakes in the world. Because let me tell you, it's cute when you're 20. When you're 40, making certain types of mistakes, we're just looking at you like, you don't have your life together by now? Surely, what are you doing? And I feel sort of like we're getting to that age of like, we better make sure our mistakes are over soon. You know? Because pretty soon we're not going to be cute anymore trying to make the same mistakes.
Absolutely. And again, this is very, very important. It's never too late to do anything. You've seen me. I've gone back to do my internship. Why? Not because I don't have an amazing, stable job. No. But because this degree, is it going to be holding itself back and not being signed? You know what I'm saying? Just do it, get it done. And everyone, we see you. William, who's saying he's 21 and he loves his 20s and he's proceeding. This is Wilfred, who says 21 years and I love my 20s ages as he proceeds to love her. He loves this 21. He's 21. He loves this 20-year-old, and they continue to love each other. Please love each other. Spread the love, but don't think that this is the end. In case it is, amazing for you. And everyone else who's been sending us messages, we see. Who do we see actually? We see Jaya. Who else do you see?
Nesilian, Livingston, as always, you're also over there. Alex from Rongai, we see you. We see you. Hilda from Tidugwa, we see you. Everyone is happy. Kathomi is back. She is back better than ever. Yes. Someone else over here, Vivian from Huruma, we see you as well. We see Shiko from Zimmerman, and we see Eman James from Mombasa.
Exactly. Keep the messages coming. Eman James, we see a very long one. Judy Pure, we see you. Someone else was talking about the Nick and Mudoni drama. We see you as well. Keep the messages coming through. Make sure that you also catch us on our social media, because trust me, the stories do not end here. The more stories you tell us, the more we give you. And I see they have definitely sent the message again. Can you please read that message? Because Wilfred, you were losing me at some point.
So basically, I'm 20 and I came to learn never date a guy with no job. I was in love to the point that he was the only one. People are taken out to dates. Me, I'm here taking us out for lunch until he will get a job soon. No, I am still young and I want to be better, but I learned the hard way. I cried over a guy who broke my heart with the reason he chose family over me.
This is Chem. Okay, that is so sad. And this is why, again, never do something for someone else.
Yeah.
Do it for you. If you're taking me out to lunch, take me out to lunch because you want to take me out to lunch, because you want to have my company. Don't do it because I am dating you or you want to date me. No. Do it because you love my company. You're going to enjoy it. Trust me. And I say this all the time, even to these ladies. If we're going out, I am having fun. Whether you guys have fun or not, I'm gonna have fun. Why? These are my memories. First of all, they will be in my head. So I have to decide how I want to categorically plan the rest of my 30s, because I can't remember, my 20s, because I can't remember my early 20s. You have to put those nice memories in there. So when you're 40 and you're old and gray, you're going,
when you're 40,
wow, remember the
not
days.
70.
No, I'm dying young. Anyway, my name is Kathomi. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Thank you for everyone who's happy that I'm back. I'm happy that I'm back right here with you. Do not forget to check us out on our social media. We have a live every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And now we're breaking it go a little earlier, aren't we? So we're going to have a live immediately after this and talk about a little something. So come through and watch us. But catch us on my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Ayuma has been bringing up, and YouTube.
Yo, I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. I love the fact that we're able to sit here and talk about things that will actually make us better as human beings. Mental health is extremely important, and make sure that you put that as well on things that you need to learn about yourself. You need to make sure that your mental health is all the way in check and all the way over there. Even if it means you're talking to a therapist, a counselor, a pastor, your mama, whatever you need to do, keep your mental health all the way over there. But for now, it's your girl, Ayuma Kaguli on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
Well, what I'm going to tell the men, be mindful of high-impact activities. Because when you go to the gym, you try so hard to impress us, forgetting that you're going to get old, and when you need those knees to play with your children, they're not going to be there to help you and support that weight. Anyway, my name is Lily Asigo. Thank you so much for watching. Find me on Instagram and Facebook at Lily Asigo.
Bye.